Hey folks, welcome back. Phil Gallagher here for part 2 of our cube draft with the mono white deck that looks oddly like a Death and Taxes deck. We won round 1, although our opponent went AFK for a good portion of it, and now we're trying to queue into round 2. And we have succeeded. Let's go get that sweet, sweet trophy, shall we? Yeah. I'll have to think long and hard about whether or not I would like to play a turn 2 Baneslayer or a turn 2 Thalia. Always yield to this sucker. I think I want to play Thalia against Volcanic Island. It just lets me play around a daze. Board looks pretty good. You know, I bet I messed up this turn. I was probably supposed to play pre-combat Legion landing over Blade Splicer specifically for, like, a sweeper-based reason. Alright, so we're playing against some sort of rug deck, I guess. Maybe more colors. How do I want to change this? Since we didn't see any creatures on turns 1, 2, or 3, I think I'm going to sub Dismember for Faith's Fetters and call that good, and maybe be looking at bringing in one of these 3 cards for game 3 if we go to 1. Yep. Don't mind that draw at all. Okay, so how aggressive do I want to be with this hand? Do I want to play the 3-1 or do I want to play the Chalice? I think I want to play like 3-1 into 2-1 into this or this. My opponent could like straight up be a 5-color control deck with what we're seeing. So we saw Rug last game, and now we are also seeing white and maybe black. I shouldn't read too much into that because Signets just get jammed into any deck, regardless of what colors they are. So, but we're maybe playing against like 4 or 5-color control. All right, well, exiling that means that I can't save it. That's fine. think I am going to want the Elspeth if we go to a third game, based on what I'm seeing right now. Okay. I think I like Blade Splicer plus Kythian this turn and ignore Everflowing Chalice, because then I theoretically have enough bodies to activate Kythian next turn. I think this is better than going Everflowing Chalice for 1 into Splicer. Alright, yeah, my opponent is straight up a 5-color control deck. And it looks like they have the lands to actually make it work, which is impressive. Holy crap. Fair. Something might happen at instant speed here. Nope. Alright. Don't Wrath of God me or equivalent. That's fine. Don't think we're going to be O-ringing that just for the sake of pushing 1 more damage. It doesn't change the clock as of right now. So we are going to cast that here because we have the Amaria's Call that we can top deck. Or something like that. Yeah. It was less than 8 minutes for that match, including sideboarding. That was strong. Oh, actually, I do want to save my snip. I've been saving all of them just for my records. All right, draft 4. I haven't been super keen on Legacy recently. I've been enjoying like Cube Draft and Vintage much more than Legacy. Just kind of a overall burnout thing, and the play patterns are getting a little bit stale. So I'm gonna like try to put some work into improving my cube game a bit. I think I did a good job with this draft. Like, I read that white and black were very open. I did that well, and I didn't funnel myself into like staying on black even after like I had very strong black cards. I really like this hand. If my opponent plays a turn 2 aggressive creature, I dismember it, then I play Signet. If my opponent like waits on removal, I also get to Restoration Angel this Blade Splicer, which is hot. There's a world where I want Everflowing Chalice for 1 prior to combat, but I think that telegraphs things a little bit too much. I'm probably just gonna get like a Baneslayer Angel here that'll, or not, yeah, like a Baneslayer Angel here that I'll just dismember. That's totally fine, actually. Oh fuck, I should have maybe Restoration Angeled in response in case they get Lodestone Golem. But I don't think they'd do that. Yeah, and if they just get Lodestone Golem, I dismember anyway, and that's fine. No, no, it's fine. Okay, do I want to Oblivion Ring instead? Because if the Oblivion Ring randomly gets destroyed, I get the Baneslayer back. Maybe. I don't think so. I think I just want to hold this for Wrath Insurance. I know I could play it, but then I'd be like discarding an Oblivion Ring. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have like played the land. Yeah, so now I don't discard that land. Or sorry, now I don't play that land, I keep it to have an indestructible card. A lot of very strong draws here. Hmm. That's a hell of a swing. That maybe beats me. My Baneslayer Angel as an evasive flyer is gone, and this thing can kill a lot of my larger top decks. What's under that? My Season Hollow Blade. Alright. Oh, what just happened there? Did I just misclick? Non-token. Non-token. Okay. Right, okay, so that's a token copy of Oblivion Ring, not an actual Oblivion Ring. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have even played that card then. Marius Call. Oh! Alright, don't counterspell me. Oh man, it's not even gonna matter. I mean, I guess they have to remember that their Planeswalker has a middle ability, so there's that. Oh, they remembered. Oh yeah, attack with it all. Attack with it all. Sword of Fire and Ice is now lethal as a top deck. Yikes. Him. Alright, that game swung pretty hard. I would like this. What's the number on this? With CMC 3 or greater. I like this. I think about Elspeth Conquers Death. I like a lot of my aggressive elements on the draw. Dismember is important for bribery, but I'm also bringing in Face Fetters. Winds can sweep Elspeth tokens. I like that a lot. I'm going to get rid of this since my opponent is likely to have exile-based removal. Maybe there's also a world where I cut the Skyclave Apparition instead and play Elspeth Conquers Death. I don't know, it can still hit like signets and stuff. Even if our opponent didn't show us like a huge number of targets. I like some of the black cards here. I like Unburial Rites and Bitter Blossom. This is fine. Turn 2 Thalia, turn 3 Silverblade, attack for 4, and attack for 8 theoretically. This is the sort of hand where it would just be nuts to draw the Rinwing Mirror or Lodestone Golem and stack up on those effects. Hopefully the Thalia makes my opponent's library more awkward. Oh shit, 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 shit. God damn it. Missed 2 points of damage here by not playing the Silverblade Paladin pre-combat. That's so relevant too. Oh, that's frustrating. Unless my opponent plays a 1-drop removal spell this turn, in which case my turn looks better. Because I actually pushed the 2 damage with Thalia instead of like losing the Thalia mid-turn. I think I am supposed to play this to board. And my opponent being at 8 here is such a huge difference. Like, it's probably the difference between me getting Wrath of Godded on turn 5 or not. Oh, please get, like, the silver. Well, that's still fine. Yeah, opponent could be at 4 right now. Don't wrath me. Results. Yeah, with opponent being at 4, literally any creature is lethal. Yep. Yep. My opponent is dead here if I didn't just click through my first main phase that one turn. Please don't punish me. Could play Eidolon of Obstruction, since I know that my opponent has an Elspeth. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Parallax Wave is tempting, though. I'm just not sure how good that is on the draw. My hand is medium, but can be improved by so many draws that I think I just keep this one. Mana Vault's a little awkward. Really awkward. I think I'm playing Mana Vault turn 3. Yeah, that's just very awkward. Like, I could play Mana Vault this turn so that I could play Oblivion Ring using my Mana Vault next turn to take out the Batterskull after attacking in. I think I'm just taking a different path this game. Like, I'll Oblivion Ring that thing naturally on 4 mana. Or, like, Kicked Winds, Overload Winds for 7 at some point. I don't super want to cast the Winds early on because my opponent doesn't have any blue mana yet. I dismember in my sideboard or main deck. Sideboard. And them passing with 3 mana up so that I can't O-ring the Batterskull would actually be pretty bad for me. Oh! Sorry. I had a moment. 4/7. Paying with Ollie attacks. Yeah. I think I do it. I would say my opponent is favored at this juncture, though. Like, this potentially ramps them into their top end. They're going to have mana to bounce and re-equip Batterskull and such. But I think doing that while there's no mana up for a counter spell, and there's no chance of it being countered by like a Force of Will or something, is pretty good. So I can O-ring the control magic to get my creature back, which is cool, but then I have very few outs to the Batterskull, so I think I need to O-ring the Batterskull and let them have the Student of Warfare, unfortunately. Now I can't play my Legion's Landing because of the Thalia attacks. That's fine, though. I don't like this, whatever it is. Yeah! That's the Baneslayer. My Dismember is in the sideboard. I've used Winds. I still have Faith's Fetters. Skyclave doesn't do that. That's awkward. Very awkward. I would have untapped the Mana Vault this turn. That was in my future next turn. Now it probably isn't. Yep. A Wrath of God. Okay. So next turn I can Elspeth minus kill Baneslayer Angel, and maybe also the Student of Warfare if it gets leveled up all the way. Yeah, that's actually pretty clutch. Actually, do I just block with Thalia instead of this? Because this can give me 1 life on my turn. And then I don't have to tap Mana Vault for Elspeth. That makes sense to me. Please play a large creature. Alright, so Hero Bladehold attacks. And life is scary for me. I'm not dead, but I am darn close to dead. I think I'm dead to any removal spell. Alright. GG, opponent. GG. Going to give them the honor of killing with Hero of Bladehold. There's a noble card. Alright. Alright, we'll do it with the screenshot. Okay, so overall I'm really happy with this deck. I do feel like we 3-0 with this deck a good portion of the time, but it didn't work out this time around. I think it was correct to not play the black, but I'm still not 100% on that one. I enjoyed this draft deck a lot. We never got to live the ultimate dream of Thalia into Rinwing Mary into Lodestone Golem or anything like that. But we had a lot of powerful things going on with this deck. This draft was interesting in that I had a huge spectrum available from very aggressive to very controlling and tutoring, and I like what I put together here. I don't know with certainty that it's the best thing that I could have been doing with the cards that I had available to me, but I feel good about it. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this one, and if you did, please let me know, comment, that sort of stuff, and if I see people liking it, I'll keep making more of these.